Is the black gonna come off in the snow
No.
or something?
The black comes
I don't
off.
know. You know what I mean?
Okay, what about his hair, though? They never explained his hair.
Is it a wig?
Yeah, the pills don't give you an afro.
Hi.
So, because he was spending all of his time at Whitney's house being racist in every possible way, he ended up missing his study appointment with Sarah.
Shit.
He goes to the cafeteria and he really is hating on Whitney.
I mean, we don't have any problems sexually, right?
He discovers that Sarah works at the cafeteria.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We're out of that right now.
He sees those two awful prep boys telling racist jokes in the library. That's all these two people ever do, is they go places and tell racist jokes to each other.
Accurate.
Let's go to the library, I'll tell a racist joke there. Let's go up to the tower, I'll tell a racist joke in the tower. Let's go out on a boat on the ocean and see the sunset and then tell a racist joke there.
Hey, guy. Sorry, really. No offense, right? Just a little joke.
He's starting to change his mind because he's starting to feel like it's affecting him.
He looks like he's wearing red lipstick.
Yeah, because his lips are red because he's a white guy. It looks ridiculous. They picked the least convincing black person.
He's not a black person.
Well, no, I know. I'm saying the least convincing white to black person ever. He gets pulled over by the cops.
For being black.
Change lanes without signaling.
Because a lady opened the door of her car and as a result he had to cross the line. As fate would have it, he doesn't have the license to match his black face.
Oh yeah, his license is white.
So I lost it. There's no law against that.
As he's getting arrested, there's a guy in the background who's just staring. I can't help but wonder if this guy isn't actually part of the movie. He's just watching a black guy get arrested. He goes to prison.
And there's a squad in prison.
Someone explain this bit to me. There's a group of baseball players, or are they baseball supporters? Some sort of sports team. I don't know. They look like they've been beaten up.
Good game.
We lost
I guess they lost their baseball game or football game or whatever.
to a bunch of
Whoa. Took a while for that word to come in.
How'd he get out?
Yeah. He broke out. Maybe they lost the Civil War.
Maybe that's what they mean.
And they beat him up.
I just got in sort of a fight. I mean, it wasn't my fault. You see, they threw me in this cell with these real ass...
James L. Jones does not accept the excuse that he was arrested and beaten up in prison by racists.
There would be no excuses for late work, and I meant no excuses.
That is not good enough.
Not good enough.
Take them away. The two guys show up in the cafeteria and go, we haven't told a racist joke here, so let's do it here.
Hey, no offense, right, pal?
So he runs into...
World's cutest kid.
Yeah, who's sitting at the cafeteria, and it turns out to be Sarah's son.
My name's Mark Watson. What's yours?
George Walker.
He connects with a child, and that shows that at the center of this incredibly awful character is a good man. Sarah starts to slide in her grades. He tells her that she needs to get an A for the rest of the semester to make her grades acceptable. And Mark is around the corner stealing something out of a shoe.
Is he like listening through the wall through a shoe?
Sarah, wait a second.
Oh, just leave me alone.
But I just want to say that the offer still stands. To study together.
So she agrees to study with him.
All right. New York versus Rottenberg, 1979. What was the relevant passage of the judge's decision?
So we get a montage of them studying and succeeding.
And falling in love.
Falling in love. They're getting together and enjoying each other's company. This is so dumb. We're just watching them have this long conversation, and we have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah, it's lazy.
They're having a fight, and then he shows her that she's wrong and stupid. See here? See this? You moron?
Yay.
You got this wrong, you dumb idiot. Stupid as hell, lady. And she goes, oh, you're right.
Silly me. I've been wrong the whole time.
They try to sneak coffee into the library.
And he spills it on his ass.
Two black people. That's a hazard. Someone's going to slip on that.
Right?
She takes him home and he meets the fam.
You know, that son of ours is just so proud of this girl here.
So he then helps her
tuck her own kid in.
Tuck her own kid into bed. Now I'm like your dad. Then we get a really gratuitous romantic snow scene, because love consummation must happen in the snow.
Do they consummate their relationship in the snow?
In the asbestos snow.
Really?
Not really. No, they don't.
Oh, okay. Because I don't remember that part.
Narrative-wise.
Oh. Is the black gonna come off in the snow or something?
The black comes off.
You know what I mean? From
well, he has a
sitcom
tan,
style.
a permanent tan. That's fake as shit, that snow. What about it? Okay, what about his hair, though? They never explained his hair.
Is it a wig?
Yeah, the pills don't give you an afro. They never explained that.
That's nuts.
Did he say what he did with his hair? Maybe he just permed it. I don't know. So she tells him that her scholarship must have gone to him instead of her.
And then you pop up and steal it right from under me.
And she's okay with it, but he realizes, oh no, I actually stole something from a black lady that I like. So he has a moral reckoning, and he says what he did was
How
wrong.
am I ever gonna bang that girl now?
I was in like Flynn.
It's wrong. It's immoral.
And then Brad sees Mark's name listed on a plaque somewhere.
Yeah, it's like the black scholarship recipients. And they think his name's Kareem Abdul Ali or something. It's weird that they're not like, where the fuck is C. Thomas Howell? They're just like, oh, hi, Kareem. They would be expecting to run into him there.
We get a scene where James L. Jones seems to tease the idea that he knows his secret.
An unfortunate situation has come to my attention.
Professor, I know what you're getting at.
He thinks he's been outed by the university. And instead, James L. Jones reveals that he wants him to be part of a student body.
I've been extremely impressed by the way your work has improved. I think you'll do a good job.
I want you to represent a committee that deals with injustices against black students on campus when he himself is committing an injustice against black students on campus. It's like the wisdom of King Solomon. It's like Nathan the prophet. I'm gonna force you to face yourself. You know what I mean?
Nah, I think he just thinks he's black still.
Really?
Which doesn't make any sense because he's so white. He gets home and sees that Whitney is in his bed.
Oh dear.
What'd you let her in here for? Sarah's coming over here to study. She'll be here any minute.
She says they have to get together or else there won't be world peace.
I mean, gosh, if two young, intelligent, sexually compatible people can't work out their differences, what hope is there for lasting world peace?
She's nuts.
Yep.
I know she's meant to be nuts, but she's like legit nuts in a way that makes no sense.
What?
Well, seriously, Mark.
She just spat.
Yeah. And then his parents show up.
Mark, why don't you let us in?
Uh-oh. He manages to thwart his parents by...
Wearing a balaclava.
Mom, Dad.
Why does he even have that?
Mark, what are you doing with that thing on your head?
This?
We're about to drop the sickest rap single of 1989.
You know, scientists now believe that a simple ski mask can stop the senseless spread of disease.
Harvard scientist.
I want to see my baby's face.
Oh, no.
My baby's eyes.
What is that accent? I want to see my baby's face.
And then Sarah shows up, of course. So it's like a three-way parlay now.
Not here. Mark's not here. He left. He was gone. Hi, Sarah.
Do you know what would be funny? If he had to entertain his parents, study with
Sarah.
and bang Whitney all at the same time. So he has to keep coming and going from each
Literally.
to keep everyone happy.
How about if I make a pot of coffee?
No! I mean, hey, sit down.
We're gonna get the whole, like, I have to be this with you and that with you, back and forth until I get caught. Probably one of the most racist parts of the movie is when he then goes in to see his parents but forgets to put his ski mask on.
What's happening, brother? Get down! Get down! Looking good, mama. Looking good.
He gets into character.
What's happening, brother? Because that's what black people would say. His parents just assume that he's a violent person because he's black.
Did he have a knife? I think he had a knife.
They don't really make a note of the fact that he's clearly wearing the same clothes as he was before when he was their white son. The other thing is, Whitney starts to play Beach Boys records.
That's my automatic alarm timer. You see, I was taking a nap, and I especially picked this music so I'd be forced to get out of bed and turn it off.
If he's got the Beach Boys playing, that means he's automatically
That's a
not
dead
black.
giveaway.
to give away that he's white as opposed to his clearly white face. Gordo decides he wants to take photos of Whitney's ass, and then he just violently throws her out the window.
Holy chowder.
As a result of all this stuff, Mark has to come clean to everyone about the fact that he's white.
I'm actually white.
Oh, I see. And these people are actually your parents.
Right!
Leslie Nielsen then shows up and punches him in the stomach.
Ah.
And then they get evicted from their apartment. Brad figures out the whole scheme in about 2 shots.
Oh, he's learning what the Bouchard scholarship is, that it's specifically for black people.
So we get a exam montage.
Love it.
Please begin.
That was a 45-year-old man. What's he doing in college?
Because he's working his way through Harvard Law School.
He's taken it 7 times.
Driving cabs at night. He's studying by day.
And that shot is him realizing he's going to have to do it an 8th time. So they all get together for what is basically a hearing on whether Mark will be able to take his position at the special hearing for the Student Faculty Judiciary Committee. The 2 race boys show up.
Racist boys.
I wouldn't miss this for the world. Wonder what he did.
They all show up because they want to see him get raked over the coals for something.
It's hard to say. Nobody knows what he's done.
I got Travis Kelly down for expulsion at 6-1. You want some action or what?
Whitney shows up and she's now dating a Native American man. There's no red or white, she says.
Only shades of pink.
He looks pissed off though. He's like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about?
He squints, he's like, ugh.
He looks so pissed.
White lady, annoying. So Gordon shows up and does this weird, insulting, flippant lawyer routine to try and defend Mark.
Your chairness. I'm Gordon Bloomfeld, Mr. Watson's chief counsel in this matter.
And he doesn't realize what he's even in for.
No, he's defending him about his race, and he's like, people think he's lazy and whatever.
Weak, greedy. Can we blame him for the environment in which he was raised?
What does everybody in that room think they're hearing?
Can we blame him, ladies and gentlemen, for the color of his skin?
He's outing him as being a race faker.
And then Mark walks in as a white man. Guess he stopped taking them pills.
No wonder.
No wonder.
No wonder.
No wonder his dick is small, is what she means. Stereotype of black men, again.
So Brad shows up a day late and $1 short.
I have proof. Mark Watson is actually white.
And then he has exculpatory monologue about how he wants to give basically his fucking organs to everything black.
First of all, I'd like to pay Miss Walker the full amount of my grant, plus interest. And I'd like to volunteer 1 day a week during my school year and all of my summer vacations to legal aid work in the black community. And I'd like to have a contract drawn to donate a fixed percentage of my annual income after establishment of a scholarship in the name of Sarah J. Walker, so I can do some work that might be of use to somebody.
I'm going to give you everything.
We won't press charges. You can stay.
Yeah, see? Clemency, and I'll give you half my year's salary.
Because you're a good white boy.
You're a good egg. You're no charges, just stay by.
Thank you, sir.
See, Thomas Howell looks like he's going to reoffend.
That is the face of someone who would reoffend.
What are they going to do to me? I'm a white kid. It's like the end of American Psycho. There was no ad in the Times.
You saw the ad in the Times?
No. Yeah.
There was no ad in the Times. I think you should go now.
He gets to keep his place and he has to work to earn money to pay his fees.
In the cafeteria.
He could have just done that in the beginning.
So he was lazy, and he was stupid, and he was privileged, and he was racist, and he was a slacker, and he was a sex fiend. But now he's learned that he'll never know what it is to be black.
You've learned what it feels like to be black.
I don't really know what it feels like, sir. If I didn't like it, I could always get out. Hi.
Who the fuck are you? So she opens a letter to see whether she passed her exam. And she got an A.
A-.
He got an A- because he's fucked stupid. He asks her, what do you think of interracial relationships?
I was going to say that I've never met a white man I was interested in. And then I guess the experience is just too different.
And then come the racist boys.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
He ruins two people's lunches. That guy looked like he had a full plate of
meatloaf and mashed potato.
Yeah, that looks yum. And suddenly a racist came flying through it.
'Cause I'm the unknown stuntman.
Is that a piece of cake?
Maybe.
And a cookie. Sarah follows him out and gives an extremely tepid endorsement of interracial relationships.
I guess it's all right.
After seeing you almost fracture the skull of two white boys
in a one-punch attack
and possibly turn them into vegetables for life and ruin the lunch of 4 other people, I think interracial relationships are okay.
Right, George?
Yep.
It's meant to be a cute moment of acceptance. You know, like, I'm just a girl standing in front of a guy.
of a boy.
Or Colin what's his first? Firth. Where he's like, could you see yourself staying with me? And he says it in like broken Spanish or whatever it is.
As coisas son muito claras para mim.
Yeah, and she's like, see.
I would like. This is meant to be that, but she's just saying it's okay for white and black people to be together.
Yeah?
I guess it's okay.
It's an odd choice to end the movie with that statement.
Come on. George and I'll buy you dinner.
Goodbye, kid.
Yeah.
See ya.
Don't stay up too late. And then they walk off into a matte painting, and everything is right in the land of black and white. So, the question is this a racist film? It's not intended to be a racist film, but does it end up being a racist film through its depiction of stereotypes and the mere fact that it has at the center of its plot a white character who wears blackface?
I agree with what Spike Lee said, which is that it's not about critiquing stereotypes, it's about criticizing initiatives to help uplift minorities. I don't think white people are the butt of the joke. I think it's affirmative action which is the butt of the joke.
To me, it's really a attack on affirmative action. The whole premise is that he's passing as black, and it's so phony. That means all the black people in the movie are idiots to think that this guy, they could believe that he's black.
That's one way that you could read it. I just find the humor to be really daggy.
Mark?
Who is that? Neighbors. Very thin walls.
I think if the film was funny and entertaining, I actually think they could have gotten away with a lot more of their sincere-hearted but poorly dated material.
Do you think there's any scenario in which it would be acceptable to pretend to be black?
I still think that the Tropic Thunder gag works.
It's a method actor who's so up himself that he's doing blackface.
Yeah, noodle some crawfish out the patty, yo. Hey, yeah!
That's how we all talk. We all talk like this, huh? Yeah, get some crawfish. Yeah! You're Australian! Be Australian!
I don't think that there's anything you can't make a joke about. It's the difference between the subject and the target. Is the target of your joke black people, you know?
I come from the south, from the deep, deep south.
I disagree because I think a lot of comics these days are trying to argue that they should be allowed to abuse the idea of the right to free speech by being fucking assholes.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Michael Richards Kramer doing his stand-up set was not exactly...
That wasn't joking.
No.
That was threatening.
His set did not land.
Oh my god.
I just think, like, if you're in the movie business and you want to say something about race, you should fund a movie that is made by black people, directed by a black director, starring black actors. That's what you can do.
With Soul Man, they try to stick the landing by being on the right side of the issue. It's trying to make fun of somebody's inability to understand what it is to be black.
I'm thinking about growing some dreads.
It's difficult to stay with a protagonist who is cheating an actual black person out of a scholarship.
Yeah, the main character is disgusting. He is also meant to be a stupid, self-centered, overpaid, unqualified rich guy.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm poor or something.
Which is why it's a struggle to sort of identify with him at the beginning.
Did you identify with him by the end?
Not really. I don't identify with somebody who is so desperate to get into Harvard that they pretend to be black using dangerous chemicals.
It is offensive. It is harmful. I am dead 100% against it. I don't think it should have been made. I think that the people who made it might think they aren't racist, and I think they need to think again, because I think that really deep down they are racist to the core.
I think it's more complicated than that. But, I mean, he's doing blackface. It's not cool.
What's happening, brother? Right on. Give me some more watermelon while you're at it.
Ray Dawn Chung, who is the woman who plays Sarah, and C. Thomas Howell actually got married.
Oh, cute.
They met in the movie and they got married in real life, which is pretty adorable. So apparently they landed on C. Thomas Howell after a whole bunch of other people passed on it. They went for Anthony Michael Hall. They went for Tim Robbins, Val Kilmer.
Oh, shit. Imagine that.
Yeah, Val Kilmer would have been interesting. And John Cusack. They all declined. Although apparently they were actually going to do it with Tim Robbins and he had scheduling conflicts.
Maybe that was just his excuse.
C. Thomas Howell apparently said it was a great script, well written, funny, and sadly, very true.
It was a brave choice for me at that time to accept that movie.
Do you think it negatively affected his career?
Possibly so. Although it was a hit at the box office, did better than Three Amigos. People went to see it and went, that shit's funny.
I was so interested in the premise that I wanted it to be a good movie. Yes. I thought they could go somewhere with this. And then in the last hour, I totally gave up, because if they're not going to try, then why should I try?
I don't think you'll ever see a movie like that ever again.
I just want to say one thing. I've done a lot of things in my life, but I've never done blackface, and I'm proud of that.
Good for you.